Okay, WorldCom class. Last week, we're going to have a final a week from today, and um, I'm going to open that up on Thursday, and I will leave it open until Monday, the 11th at 5 p.m. Okay. And basically, here's the deal. I posted a video last week. You're going to have to watch that. You're going to take notes. Probably not going to find it Googling it on the internet. So it's not really a worry of mine as to whether or not you're going to cheat or something like that. I just want you to have the information, right? And so here's our final. I don't usually do a final, but it's where we're at, and that'll be up in your Canvas assignments. And I ran an assignment short because we slowed up. It took me longer to work online than in class. So it will involve the video that I showed last week. It will also involve chapter 19 from your textbook, which is on special occasion speaking. And I'm going to go over a couple of things this afternoon on that so I can post this video and you all can start working on it. Special occasion speaking quite often is impromptu. Not always, quite often. Many of you in the coming years will be a best man, maid of honor at a wedding, and you will have a short speech, toast, that you'll need to give. In your careers, some of you will be making comments at someone's retirement party. You'll be presenting a speech after you receive an award or when you're presenting an award. You may have a speech at your parents' 50th anniversary party. All kinds of special occasion speeches that need to be made. And there's that kind of speaking falls under the category of epidectic rhetoric. You can find that on page 587 that Aristotle was kind of the first one to really identify, and that speaking that praises or blames, right? Specifically, I think mostly in our culture, it's speaking that praises, but I suppose speaking that blames is also a possibility with that. And so on page 589, you'll find different types of speeches. A speech of an introduction, you may be asked to introduce the speaker at a given event. Maybe they're a friend of yours, or maybe you've done work with them, whatever that may be. A speech of presentation, that you're conferring a degree or you're conferring an award or I don't know, something else, but a speech of presentation. A speech of acceptance. If you win an award of any kind, last year I won an award as the Student's Choice for Professor, Student Life Award. And there's a speech associated with that, right? Like, it's not long, but it's there. My father passed away during the COVID-19 epidemic, and sometime later this summer we will have a memorial service for him, and I will deliver a eulogy. That's another kind of special occasion speech. Some of you who may not be a pastor or minister, but like me are often called on to do weddings. That's a special occasion speech. A speech to celebrate, whether that's christening, graduation, wedding, reunion, retirement, a toast, a special observance, things like that. Those are all special occasion speeches. Sometimes there's an after dinner speech. Maybe there's a lengthy meeting going on and you have a speech after dinner. That's typically to lighten the mood. Bottom line is that length is vital, and you're always going to want to err on the side of being shorter rather than longer. These are not lengthy, informative speeches. You're not lecturing on some kind of quantum physics or something like that. You are using rhetoric that blames or more than likely praises. You want to keep it lighthearted. This is probably a time to attempt some humor, especially if you think you're humorous. And that's epidictic rhetoric, right? That's what we use this for. And so you can read in the book, page 591 and 592 talks it a little bit more in depth about these kind of speeches. But the bottom line is that you want to address the audience's emotions. Often these are accompanied by tears, joy, pride. You're telling stories about this person in an effort to reach them emotionally. You want the mood of your speech to match the event. If you're at a wedding, you don't want to be all like somber and down in the mouth about marriage. You want the mood to match the setting. Specifically, I think maybe more in a business world, you want to be aware culturally of the audience's expectations. Sometimes they're different in the public sector and in the business sector. If you're abroad, if you're dealing with a population of another nationality, there may be cultural applications that we need to give consideration to. And we want to evoke shared values, right? Like if you're offering a retirement speech for a colleague, you want to talk about the values of whatever that industry are, right? We want to pull together everybody as a team, and specifically, especially in special occasion speeches, you want to respect time constraints. A lot of times you are the person to put the spotlight on the person, and so you don't want to make the mistake of suddenly shifting the spotlight around and making it about you, right? There are different strategies that you can deal with in these. One is, I think, be patient with the setting, right? Like a lot of they didn't come here to hear you speak, probably, and so there may be shuffling and moving. Be patient. Once you get in a groove, get what you need to say done, and be patient as that's getting started. Secondly, I think this is a place specifically to use attention getters, stories, big stories that really are powerful. This is the moment to use those. Change your volume. Be interesting. This may be in the evening and they've already worked an entire day, right? Keep it interesting. Be focused and brief. More than likely, this is not about you. And so keep it short. Keep it focused. And then in your book, at least in my version of the book, I'm going to let you read pages 601 and on that gives some specific strategies for after dinner speeches, how to adapt your delivery to your audience. There's a sample speech. I need you to read all that, right? That's going to be on here. Then there's some review questions, key terms, over on page 617, which in my book is the last, starts the last section in chapter 19. And then critical thinking questions. You need to read those. You need to be ready for those. Again, this test will open up on Thursday. It will grade you as it goes. There's not going to be a short answer. So it'll be true, false, and multiple choice. There will be a right answer and a wrong answer. You know me well enough to know I'm not looking for minutia, right? I'm not looking, what is the third word on page 19? It's not the way I roll. So make sure you watch the videos. Make sure you take notes. Make sure you read the text. It's one chapter. It's not a comprehensive final. You don't have to worry about that. This is just a final test. And so it's on chapter 19, this video and the video from last week. So make sure you cover that material closely. And I've enjoyed having you in class. Most of you have hung through a very, very difficult time. And so congratulations. Maybe the most important educational hurdle was dealing with Plan B. And maybe that was the most important lesson, spring 2020, was how do you handle it when life doesn't go the way you thought it was going to go? How do you rise above? So I wish you well. I hope you have a great summer. And I hope to see some of you in the fall in my fine art theater class, or in the spring in my fine art film class. I'll be teaching nonverbal communication in the fall as well on a Tuesday, Thursday. Love to have you in that class. So I wish you well. Have a great summer and good luck to you.